Hey, good afternoon. I guess early evening on a Monday. It is Monday, January 22nd. This is your weekly update from Mission Financial Planners. Stocks finished higher again last week, folks. Big tech led the way amid some lingering uncertainty over how economic strength or continued economic strength is going to influence the Fed's rate decision. So it wasn't a smooth ride last week, though. Stocks dipped earlier in the week before rising to new highs. It was a 4-day trading week. With lots of Q4 bank earnings, which were generally disappointing. The news pushed the financial sector and the broader S&P lower on Tuesday. The yield on the 10-year Treasury climbed after one of the Fed governors said the central bank might adjust rates as much as markets expected. That and a stronger than expected holiday retail sales report did put some pressure on stock prices. Tech stocks did drive Thursday's rally with the S&P and Nasdaq recouping their 2024 losses. Yay! Stocks continued their tech-led climb on Friday, with the S&P 500 rising to an all-time high, the first record close in over 2 years. So made back all its losses from 2022. So fantastic. Nasdaq gained 1.7% on Friday, capping a solid week for that tech-heavy index. Sentiment kind of seesawed, right? I mean, investors are trying to anticipate the Fed's next move. The week was full of economic news that suggested that the economy is really strong, which is going to make the Fed's decision making process probably a little tougher. December retail sales came in strong, up 0.6% for the month. The expectation from economists was 0.4%, so good news there. November and December combined to depict a robust holiday shopping season. Unemployment dipped unexpectedly for the second week of January, and again, sign of a resilient U.S. labor market. That labor news and hotter than expected housing starts pushed the 10-year Treasury to 4.14, which is its highest level in more than a month. This week, we have some key economic data coming out. On Tuesday, the U.S. is doing its 2-year note auction. Wednesday is the PMI composite and the petroleum status report. Thursday, we're looking at gross domestic product, GDP, advance estimate of Q4 in year 2023, durable goods orders, jobless claims, housing starts. Friday is personal income and outlays. So we got a lot of interesting information coming out this week. Hopefully, it's good news. We have a lot of companies reporting earnings as well. On Monday, it's United Airlines. Tuesday, Microsoft, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, Netflix, Verizon. Wednesday is Tesla, excuse me, Abbott Laboratories, IBM, and AT&T. Thursday is Visa, Intel, T-Mobile, Marsh McLennan, Northrop Grumman, and then Friday is American Express and Colgate Palm Olive. Weekly quote of the week. This one is from Aristotle. Thus, every action must be due to one or other of 7 causes. I'm not going to quiz you on the 7 causes. Here they are: chance, nature, compulsion, habit, reasoning, anger, or appetite. What compulsion are you working on this year? Couple tax tips. When you're selling a house, right? If you're selling your house, you might be able to exclude the capital gain from your tax return. First thing to consider is the ownership and use. To get that exclusion, you have to have owned the home and used it as your primary residence for at least 2 years. Now, when you're selling that main home, you might be able to exclude uh, from your return the sales capital gain of up to 250,000 for single filers and up to half a million on joint returns. If you own more than one home, you can exclude only the gains on your main home. And that's if you're selling your main home. However, the loss might not be deductible if you experience a loss in selling your home. You can also choose not to claim exclusion, in which case you have to report that gain on your tax return. Some taxpayers also report forgiven or canceled debt as income on their tax return, which includes foreclosures and other processes in which a lender forgives or cancels a mortgage debt on the home. And again, Mission Financial Planners does not give tax or legal advice, but we certainly do help you with tax and legal planning. Healthy living tip. This is something that I've thought about over the years, but never really done anything with. This is the idea for keeping a gratitude journal. It's a great way to help you if you're not in that habit of giving thanks for some of the small things in life. We all have things we're thankful for, and regularly acknowledging them can be a great way to help you stay present and gracious. So, a couple tips to help you get started and maybe to enjoy it, right? First thing to do is get some pretty stationery, get some pens, something that makes you feel good every time you look at them. Once you have your suitable materials, start with a prompt. Most people, when they start doing any kind of journaling or writing, aren't really sure where to start. So use something simple that'll get your gratitude juices flowing. It could be that you had your favorite pancakes this weekend because your spouse made them for you. Hey, that's fantastic, right? When thinking about things you're grateful for, focus on depth over breadth rather than listing a lot of little items. Just go deep on one or two. Do subtraction, not just addition, when considering the things you're grateful for. Reflect on what your life would have been like without some of those things or people. And don't overdo it. Keep it simple. Journaling in general, just do it once a week, twice a week, a little bit at a time, right? Will actually help you build a long-term habit. I'm learning, as a lot of you can see the classical guitar in the corner there. I'm learning guitar. I just started about 18 months ago, about 13 months ago actually. And my mindset with it is just 10 to 15 minutes a day. That's all I'm trying to do. And the people who motivated me to do that were my kids. A lot of you did virtual meetings with me during the pandemic, and you heard my kids in the background practicing piano, and they went from this to this in just a couple years, and they only do 10, 20, maybe 30 minutes a day, right? So just a little bit a day can be a great way to get started. Couple other things, folks. Thanks again for everything. We are targeting a client event for mid-March. That's going to be with our partners at Kestra Investment Management, and then something kind of fun. Today, January 22nd, is it's kind of a fun one. My mom will appreciate this. National Answer Your Cat's Question Day. So whatever cats, whatever cats are asking. Some of you might have worn polka dots today because it's January 22nd is also National Polka Dot Day. But everyone, thanks again for working with us. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. You can always call us. Our toll-free number is 888-339-0093. Once again, 888-339-0093. Feel free to call or text me directly as well, 726-727-6581. Once again, 726-727-6581. This is Matt Donahue signing off. I will talk to you all next week. Have a great week.